an absolute pleasure to witness some of the future stars.
Touch of class.
Ready to collect all the accolades that come with this historic event.
Welcome to Africa's biggest amateur championship. From the Walk of Fame and through the clubhouse, there is intense enthusiasm that greets us for the RNA Africa Amateur Championship and the Africa Amateur Women's Invitational. 21 countries and territories are being represented. Life-changing opportunities are on the line for the continent's future stars, who are all here in the Gauteng province of South Africa. From Royal Johannesburg, I am Andrew Hope. Having a look at the opening day's play of the Amateur Championship, Even Verster set the pace with a 67 to lead by 1 overnight, ahead of Charles Barnard and Jack Buchanan. Andries van der Vyver shared 5th position alongside Zambia's Dominic Musonda, Issa Abu Ella Ella of Egypt, Gilbert Chalwe of Zambia. In the women's competition, it is 15-year-old Lisa Kutsa of South Africa. She recovered brilliantly after a triple bogey at the 11th hole to top the standings. Header Charlotte Millard of the Rainbow Nation. We are here for an unforgettable championship established by the RNA. Joining me on the high felt in the Rainbow Nation, Tandy McCullum.
Good day to all our viewers and welcome to this fantastic, iconic venue that has already, Andrew, played host to many a prestigious event.
And it is another spectacular day here at Royal Johannesburg. The golf course playing as a par 70, simply showing off, beautifully manicured and prepared for the players this week. As for the conditions, it's another warm summer day for round 2 of the RNA Africa Amateur Championship and the RNA Africa Amateur Women's Invitational. An incredible platform for the next generation of talent, including South Africa's top-ranked amateur, Lisa Kutsa, the overnight leader in the Women's Invitational, this at 11. A sparkling iron shot.
And this is what Lisa Kutsa had left remaining for the birdie, which she confidently rolled in, followed by that fist pump. She knows what that means in the context of this event.
As it stands here at Royal Johannesburg, with the country's flags flying proudly, Kutsa is level for her second round through 11 holes and is 4 clear. On a golf course that certainly suits her eye.
I'm really excited. Royal's one of my favorite courses, especially the East. It's a tough course. They call it East to Beast for a reason, so I'm really excited for the week ahead. I've played a couple RNA events like the girls amateur, but this is definitely one of the biggest one I've played because it's aired on TV and everything. Just getting the experience at all these events, like getting into the AIG Women's Open final qualifiers, it's insane. And then you get into a couple LET events over here, which is also really nice, and just the experience to be here and then possibly get into those tournaments is just even better. It's really special, and I'm blessed to have this opportunity.
Incredible rewards on the line as opportunities are presented by the RNA for tomorrow's stars. The winner of the Africa Amateur Women's Invitational, over 54 holes of stroke play, will earn exemptions to the AIG Women's Open final qualifying for the Women's Amateur Championship to be played at Muirfield, where Ashley Buhai prevailed to win the Women's Open back in 2022. Entrance to the Ladies Open for Joburg, the South African Women's Open this year, and the Waterfall City Tournament of Champions powered by Attack on the Sunshine Ladies Tour. And who wouldn't want to be at Muirfield or Royal Lytham and St Anne's in England for two of the most prestigious championships in the women's game? Here we have the first look at Charlotte Millard, the 20-year-old from South Africa. Millard, born in Durban, plays out at Cotswold Downs and also Killarney Country Club. This is a lengthy birdie chance at the 13th hole from across the green. I mentioned it yesterday, the pace on the greens. The rolling just above 10.5, it's important.
Yeah, Andrew, the greens were very close to about 11.2 on the stump yesterday, and as the day progressed, temperatures got a little higher in the afternoon. Slight breeze coming in from the northwest would have dried the surface out a little more, so I think by the time we closed play yesterday, would have been close into the region of about 11.5 on the stump.
Tandy, this is a play I'm certainly looking forward to seeing today. Part of the RNA Africa High Performance Center under the leadership of Paul McKenzie. It is Tunisia's Isra Mamour. Such a talented player. You know, you've got to see this golf swing. Such a composed figure.
And here's a look at Lorenda Steyn, a birdie putt.
Yes.
Nicely holed.
Pretty.
Tweet, tweet indeed. Lorenda Steyn of South Africa. Those in attendance watching from behind the ropes, enjoying being out here under the sun in the city of gold. I'll look at our defending women's amateur champion, Gerard.
Putting slightly uphill from this angle, and it should move ever so slightly from the right-hand side. The kind of putt you feel that you can roll confidently past. Gerard currently 4 over for her campaign. Looking to pick up some red numbers on this back nine.
Didn't have the best of starts to her defense, but walking into the clubhouse along that pathway which features so many past champions' names on placards, she was full of joy and smiles. It was almost like a look of intent for today. She's had 2 birdies on the card despite that double at the par 5. She'll take some intent to the next tee box. Lorenda Steyn, after that awesome birdie at the previous par 4. She's found the fairway here at 15. And driving, Tandy, imperative around Royal Johannesburg.
That was actually a good shot. A little bit unlucky with the bounce that she got.
You can see the greens are firming up just a little bit. Soussan Mehri of Morocco, born and living in Paris, playing from the greenside bunker. Great opportunity now to bring back into commentary international broadcaster OG Molefe.
International, you said. Thanks,
Well,
Andrew.
this
I'll
week
take that one.
Going around the world.
Good day, everybody. A fantastic day here at Royal Johannesburg. Golf course looks absolutely amazing. The weather's perfect. The golf is also heating up. Wonderful approach here from Bobby Brown.
An iron of intent. Bobby Brown contended for the championship 12 months ago. Prestigious Leopard Creek Country Club. Again in the action. Olivia Wood. Oh, she's done it. Stunning stuff. We saw so many chip-ins yesterday. The trend continues.
Just looking at the multitude of nationalities that have descended on South Africa, on Royal Johannesburg, for this wonderful Africa Amateur Women's Invitational. Leading the way currently, Lisa Kutse, level par for her tournament score and her round today. There's a three-way tie for second place at the moment, including defending champion Gia Rod, Lorenda Steyn and Charlotte Millard as well, all at +4.
Bianca Gashu got her dad walking with her this week. Such a massive supporter. Plenty of the players have family member and friends. You know, it's an tournament and a championship to enjoy for the entire family and everyone involved. As for the Africa Amateur Championship, the men's competition, Jack Buchanan, what a sensational start. 4 under through the first 7 holes. He's taking his tally to 8 under par. And at the moment, just leading by 3. Even Fastairs yet to begin his round. He's off in the afternoon, as is Charles Barnard and Jondre Ludick. Michael Schumer, 2 under through 4 holes. And he is into the red, as is Milan Potgieter and Dries van der Vyver. Big names here this week, OG.
Absolutely. Brian Newman brings with him that international experience you were talking about, having had such a great year yesterday, last year, having won this championship. He's bringing it back 2 under today to get himself to -1 for the tournament.
Aston Wade Arthur of South Africa, a supremely talented individual. He's gone a little bit backwards today. There's lots of work to do. Here's the bunker shot of our leader, Jack Buchanan. He's playing collegiate golf out of the University of Southern California. We got to know him quite well last year at Leopard Creek. Exceptionally gifted player. Hits it miles off the tee. Also fairly decent around the green, which is a part that he's always looking to improve on.
Yeah, I think he's going to be disappointed with that effort. I know he needed to pop it up and keep it short. He's just been a little too cute with it. It's that kind of shot that if you throw it 2-3 meters further, it's going to release a good 20-foot past. So Jack Buchanan will have a fairly straightforward chip to that 8th pin placing.
He's playing alongside the man on the left-hand side, Aston Wade Arthur. Unfortunately, food poisoning last year and had to pull out of the championship. So this essentially is his debut at the RNA Africa Amateur Championship. A man known very well in these parts.
For a birdie from the back right edge of the 8th. Opting to putt from the French. This is a good play. It's very slick from that section and breaking quite severely towards the right.
With his length, he's going to feel like he's given away a shot here at the 8th. Can definitely get it on there into.
What's Jack have to do here, Tandy?
It's a fairly straightforward shot, this. He just needs to go square club face, just get that ball about half a pace onto the green and let it release on down, very much a half and half. It's the kind of shot you'd feel quite good about chipping in fact. Good range, halfway to the landing area, halfway to the pin.
He's looking to preserve that fabulous start. 4 red numbers in the first 7. Probably his first real test of the second round. Well judged from our leader. Now that left for his par to remain at 8 under. Playing with Dennis Mara of Kenya, 36-year-old. He's playing in his 3rd Africa Amateur Championship.
Just left of your screen, that's a beautiful southern fiscal shrike. as we look again at the exemptions that the winner this week will be gaining themselves after 72 holes of stroke play. Cut will be done after today. 154th Open at Royal Birkdale, the Amateur Championship, Investec SA Open Championship this year at Stellenbosch, Waterfall City Tournament of Champions, another great event back here at Royal, as well as the Alfred Downhill Championship. So much wonderful opportunities.
Yeah, I love watching the Amateur Championship every year. This year, players will be descending on Royal Liverpool and West Lancashire in England. Got a proud history, South Africans, in that event. Aldir Porgita, one of the few winners. Aston Wade Arthur lets one slip by here at 8.
Yeah, in his defence, that is a difficult part of the green though. There is quite a bit of slope from that right hand side coming off the bunker shoulder, as well as a bit of cross grain. Course setup has been very good this week from the last 2 days from what I've seen, yet very fair.
You'll see Jack also given this the respect it deserves. If you are going to be positive, well, they go well inside the hole, but no worries for our leader. Look at that card, a hat-trick of birdies from 3 to 5. Got another one at 7. Would have hoped for a birdie at the 8th rather. But as long as he's not dropping any shots.
Well, she had the bucket hat on yesterday. Conditions out there, Sophie Walker?
Hello everybody. Conditions are exactly the same as yesterday. They are hot, steamy, but it is perfect scoring weather with barely a breath of wind. The German, nobody told him 3 over par he is for his round today, but he can get to this 8th in 2 with a long iron.
Just pulled it slightly soft to the left-hand side. Shouldn't have too much trouble though. He's got plenty of green to work with. He's an exceptionally wonderful player to watch. He's donning the bright pinks today.
Michael Karanga, he is level par. He's got 205 yards to the front, 226 yards to the pin. Plays a club uphill.
You see the greens just firming up a little bit under the sun, which is baking them at the moment. Solid shot though.
To the par 4 13th, Lisa Kutza. Getting it well over the bunker there. Oh. Not the result she would have hoped for. Hard to stop it out the rough there. Not too much spin generated from that shot.
And if you're not on the golf course, you'll be close to the water. Off the players. Fairways and greens, the objectives. Belinda Bianca Ngeshu from Kenya. It's a stunning setting, isn't it, Tandy?
Yeah, it really is a special place, as well as having such a fantastic wealth of history. It still is one of the classic parkland courses that can be found in Johannesburg. Originally a Bob Grimsdale design, had a couple of changes done over the years. And as it's been referenced to a couple times, east of the Beast, it can play incredibly difficult, but it definitely tests every part of your game. And that one needed to land on the green. A sign of frustration by Lisa Kutza.
Isra Biamor from Tunisia. Get that one to kick back. She She'll have an outside chance for a birdie. A woman's leader, OG, in fine form.
Yeah, she's come out to Royal a couple of times before the tournament to do a bit of prep. So she'll know a few of these pins. And here 13 definitely does swing quite more than a lot of the players have judged in the last couple of days.
Unfortunate drop shot there, though. Just spoil a really solid start. But she's a supreme talent coming out of South Africa, just 15 years of age. She's been part of the Golf RSA squad now for 3 years. That's certainly a name to look out for.
So there's a look at how things stand at the moment. Lisa Coetzee just having dropped a shot, pulling herself one shot closer to the players at +4.
Now, what's been so impressive from Lisa Coetzee is that it's her first start of the year, as it's probably been for many of the players who have descended on the Gauteng province, the most populous province in South Africa. And just like its territory, it's got small greens.
Just tweaked his approach shot with a long iron down the left-hand side here. So he's in the low point. The lie's decent, but he is landing this on a slide. It's going to skid away from him as it hits the dance floor, and it's down grain as well. So this is going to take some touch. He's got to almost dare to leave this short and on top of that tabletop in order to get it close. If you were being sensible, you would be looking to hit this maybe 8 feet past the hole. So be very delicate, drop it on top of the green and let the contours do the rest here, John.
Very methodical in his approach. He's taking his time. He's taken Sophie's advice and executed with aplomb. "35 years now of age, John Logerman, representing Kenya. Second start of the championship."
Johnson, the man from Namibia, second shot into the 9th. Oh, get it.
Fantastic wedge.
Michael Karanga, it's very slick from there, so also opting to go with the putter. It's just borrowed a bit too much, but great judgment of pace from the Kenyan with his eagle attempt.
Daniel Bennett hit it into the bunker off the tee box. He's had to lay up. So he hit wedge from 135 yards to here, left to right for a birdie.
That putt a little too heavy-handed by Bennett. Not giving it the respect it needed, leaving himself that awkward distance coming back. The only good thing about hitting a putt that far past a hole is that you do know the line coming back.
Michael Karanga just eyeing up this one that needs a little bit of attention. Nicely done. man's won quite a few World Amateur Golf ranking events in his time. Notably at 9 wins in 2024. The German taps in for birdie. He is back in the red. Back-to-back red numbers.
Carl Johnson cleaning up for a birdie after that excellent approach shot.
A little bit of cloud cover today. Rather breathless out there. The fluffy ones above just remaining calm in position. Towering above the beautiful tree that frames this 9th hole. Bennett first at 8 before he gets to the bend. Plus for par. Immediately came out of that and pushed it right. Uncharacteristic stuff so far with a man ranked 15th in amateur rankings in the world. +3 at this stage, 11 behind. So the big gun has plenty of work to do if he is going to make a charge up the leaderboard. At the summit, it's Jack Buchanan, 4 under through 8. He's at 8 under par, leading by 3. Could have even for a step. He's yet to get his round underway on day 2. Gilbert Chalwa had a fantastic finish to his round here, chipping in from the bunker at 18. And he'll be off later this afternoon, as will Michael Wallace and Jael de Bruin, an exciting talent from the Rainbow Nation. Darlington Chikanyambitse is at +3. He'll be starting in the afternoon as well. So many wonderful par 3s. Back at 14, we've got Lisa Kutzer.
Want to start at just right edge of the TV tower there. Not a bad shot though from Lisa, leaving herself uphill. Putt is going to turn quite a bit from right to left.
Here is Belinda Wanjiri from Kenya. Exciting 16-year-old from Nairobi getting a birdie putt to drop. Brilliance from Belinda. And Belinda took so much away playing alongside this lady. Belinda Stain yesterday said Belinda made her feel so relaxed out on the golf course. And together they are working so nicely out there. Birdie, birdie from both players. Exciting action here at the RNA Africa Amateur Women's Invitational. Live action from 2 massive events being held at Royal Johannesburg. We've got the RNA Africa Amateur Women's Invitational being led by Lisa Kutzer. She's 1 over par for her second round efforts through 13 holes. And here she is, putting up the hill at 14. A little off the right, Tandy.
Yeah, this 14th green is very big from front to back. I think she wanted to land it a lot further up than where it finished. It still managed to catch that slope and spin a bit further down, but from about 25 feet away, it's a good effort. Fairly straightforward tap and par. Although you can see she's wanting to make some red numbers. She's wanting to get her nose in front and keep going. Bit of a mixed bag today. Bogeys and birdies.
from the Women's Invitational leader to the Africa Amateur Men's leader, Jack Buchanan. Silky skills from the back of the green.
Here's our first look at Brian Newman today on the 10th hole, putting from the back left section of this 10th hole down towards a front right pin placing. Generous slope off the right and then straightens out at the end. Saw him leaving quite a few putts short yesterday towards the end of his round. It's good to see that he's got the pace better dialed in. Holes 10 and 11 are difficult, so to walk away par is a good effort as you navigate your way around this, I think, challenging back nine here at Royal.
He does play his golf though at a very challenging layout. Blair Athol in Lanseria and Gauteng, not too far away from here, about 30 minutes or so.
Yeah, he's won club champs there before. All the members proud to see him win last year. I know Paul Marks raves about his golf.
Golf Hall director there at Blair Athol, no doubt watching the golfing action here at Royal Johannesburg. So an Ian Keegan shoot out of Zimbabwe. Like Newman has done quite well to recover after what was a bit of a somber opening day's play from the two. This man famously a couple seasons back fired at 62 to get into contention at Leopard Creek. Applying the pressure on this occasion. Buchanan taps in for par at 9. Now makes the turn in 33, courtesy of 4 birdies. Elibano featured quite heavily yesterday, an exciting talent coming from the mother continent. One of the many Kenyans here this week. And Tandy, what is so special about this RNA Championship and the coming together of these players is that the opportunities that have been afforded for African golfers is just second to none.
Yeah, and this also complements the already existing other amateur championships organised by the RNA in the in the Asia Pacific as well as the Latin American, and it just gives these players a chance to compete at the highest level, as well as creating a pathway for African golfers to develop and become an inspiration to others, and hopefully many more follow.
And Oji, you know, since the birth of the Africa Amateur, established by the RNA. First go down to Sophie, who's at the 9th. Spectacular hole.
This is a slightly uphill par 4 and bunker's well positioned too in the heart of the fairway. So Michael Kranga has just weaved one down the left hand side. He's got 141 yards to the pin. This green sits diagonally across you and there's an upslope on the right hand side, so we'd like to steer this left of the pin, gap wedge.
Unfortunately, that's just air-mailed itself. He's however on the first cut.
Now yesterday, John really came alive through 4 to 9. He made 4 birdies and he kind of needs that run now to turn his front 9 around. A poor start, but a good drive. He has got 124 yards. There's some breeze off his left-hand side. He's also just airing on that left of the pin so he doesn't catch that upslope. That with so much loft in his hand, he's just looking to hold this wedge off, have it land pin high, and finish this front 9 with a birdie. 124 yards. It's go time.
Rule of thumb at Royal Johannesburg, make sure you have an uphill putt, and he's done just that, albeit a lengthy distance from the hole. Completing the trio, Daniel, Bennett and Sophie. It looks like a bit of an awkward position to be in.
It is. The world number 14 has got tree trouble. He's got to keep this one low. He's got 91 yards to the front of the green and a bunker blocking him and his entrance to the pin.
Of course, you're just catching that greenside bunker lurking in the front of the green. That's going to swing quite a bit. That's the third shot. One of the highest ranked amateur players in the field this week, Daniel Bennett. He's building a really solid resume, playing out of the University of Texas. Taking so much experience into this week, the man who was born in Pretoria. Trio of Carl Johnson of Namibia, Zimbabwe's Elton Danzel Zulu, and Adel Taufik Balala, who's preparing to play his next shot. And from a beautiful Kenya, a wonderful part of the African continent, invites visitors each and every year.
Third shot here at the 10th for the Kenyan. A little bit of trouble off the tee, managed to advance it to this position. He's leaving himself close to about a 45-50 yard pitch shot. We mentioned yesterday, OG, how these opening two par 4s in the back nine, 10 and 11, sometimes you want to play them like a par 5 and leave yourself that weird shot in. And that's a beautiful effort from where he was, probably 2 yards away.
Good strategy indeed. Marat Potgieter to the 8th, leaving it well below the hole for his birdie attempt to get it to 5 under. Not quite. Ran out of speed. Had a really good look there.
No damage really. It's a 5th birdie on the card. Albeit he really felt that he could have made that eagle putt. He's now at 4 under par.
Opting for the putter from the back edge. It's pretty straight once it gets on the green.
Michael Karanga wearing the RNA Africa Amateur Championship shirt today. It's a very warm one. Very little breeze. Good place to have left this putt, Soph. Full of German.
Yeah, there was too much action on that wedge shot, and I think he would have wanted to go a bit deeper. But maybe the fact that Michael Karanga's shot didn't spin back, he didn't dare take on the back edge of the green and spin it back to that flag. So he's left himself at one. Has to negotiate an upslope here. They've just seen Jack Buchanan get to 8 under par, so these guys know they need to get their skates on. We saw Michael's just fall right to, well, will fall right to left at the end from John's, having seen Michael's for birdie.
Just a little bit shy on pace. Bennett's hit out to here. He's got 6 feet to go.
Yeah, he found the bunker, he's trying to skid it through it, wasn't he? It didn't happen and they splashed out to here. You've got to think the jet lag is really affecting the young lad coming over from Texas. He only arrived Monday night. 8 hours time difference at least for par.
Karanga just to clean up here at the 9th.
To the par 4 10th hole, Carl Johnson.
Get in.
Oh,
not another one.
That is a sweet tasting birdie for sure.
Go, boy.
Well hold.
Karanga did make his par putt. Now Legerma just to walk off with a par 4. And move to the 10th tee at 1 under par. Solid stuff. A business-like performance so far in the second round from the Kenyan. He's recovered really well after 3 bogeys. Back-to-back birds there on the front half. Showing real character. To bounce back after a difficult start, to put himself back into position. Sign that card. Write the latest numbers down and give it more of a thought as he'll walk to a tough beginning test at the back 9, holes 10 and 11.
Lorraine to Stain with the birdie attempt here at the 17th, uphill par 4. Little double breaker should come from the left at the end. Oh, such a good roll. Fairly neat scorecard, bar the double at the 5th hole, par 3.
Gia for birdie. Just be a par for the defending champion, Brian Newman. Surely it can't be his tee shot. Yeah. 3rd.
It's going to be tough if it is nestled there against the lip of that bunker.
Players this week having to push or carry their bags.
Looking back down the 10th fairway, as you mentioned, 10 and 11, easily back-to-back, 2 of the longest par 4s in the world. Aston Arthur, position A with his tee shot. Needs to start making a move, so try to get this close, start a birdie run to get back into red numbers. Not the easiest putt though, coming up for birdie.
Jack Buchanan playing from the thicker grass. Ball looks to be sitting down. An awful player.
That's a good shot. You saw how juicy that rough is. We had plenty of rain over the last month and a bit. It's definitely added an extra challenge, but not too much there for Jack Buchanan.
John Legerma pegging it up at 10. Such an exciting stretch of holes.
And the bad news is it's into the wind as well. The bunker on the right, 280 yards to it. He's looking down the left half, preferably, to split 2 other bunkers.
He's done just that. An excellent tee ball.
Such a classic swinger of the golf club, Michael Karanga. It's long and it's loose, likes to hit a high draw, so we'll be looking at the bunker on the right and trying to work it off that bunker. 290 to carry it.
Seemed to like it. Picked up the tee fairly quickly. See a ball in the fairway on the right hand side there. Might be Michael's tee shot.
And Bennett just needs to compose himself.
Oh, he's getting frustrated. He's here to win. There's a four-letter word on everybody's lips, and it's Birkdale, and he wants that ticket. It's not gone to plan. Letting loose on this one.
Just a little bit out of sorts. Oh, this great championship established by the RNA provides these players with such great exposure. In front of the limelight, the spotlight on them, and it's a week of learning, especially for John Legerma, who is such an exciting talent to look out for.
This is my second time playing the African match. Just being in South Africa for the African match means a lot to me. Seeing much competition among the South Africans, it really motivates us from Kenya. And personally, I mean, seeing the boys, how they're playing really competitive golf, it really pushes me now to work hard. We do lean on each other. We always just try and motivate each other. So that's the whole aspect of the game, to share what you know the best. Just getting that chance to play for the prestigious tournament internationally, that's my dream come true.
I feel we're going to see him swinging a golf club for many years. And OG, just what a stage this is.
Listen, chatting to some of the players yesterday, they actually recognized just the magnitude of this championship, not just because of the possibilities that come with winning here, but just the opportunity to be able to take part in a competition like this. The level of competition you get in terms of the players you're playing with, just the setup, the work that the RNA going to putting this together is absolutely fantastic. For those that have never even played in a pro event, it kind of gives them a small taste of what you can expect once you get to the big stages. So well done to the RNA for the continued growth of the game on the African continent.
Oh, Jack Buchanan's from a very juicy lie, as you described, hits to this front half of the green.
Buchanan with an uphill putter from the front portion of the 10th. Should come slightly from the right as it gets towards the bunker. And that's probably a little over a yard left or so to save his par. Been putting so well today. 4 birdies on the card already. No drop shots. Going along quite nicely is Jack Buchanan.
Yeah, out in 33. 3 straight birdies at 3, 4 and 5. Also birdied the par 4 7th. Aston Arthur would love a birdie to start his back 9 run. Slight double break to it. It's all in the pace, all the way uphill. Oh, and he's judged it perfectly. Could that be the springboard that brings him back?
Yeah, this is his second start in this event for the Golf RSA National squad member. He's won the Golf RSA International Amateur at Royal Johannesburg over Charles Barnard last year, so he knows this course very well. Dennis Mara from Kenya, this for a par. He would have looked at Jack Buchanan's putt as it rolled past him. That one just unfortunately breaking on the low side. It's going to be a tap-in bogey for the Kenyan.
Jack would have watched closely as Aston's putt made it to the hole here at the 10th. It's been solid from this distance all day today. And no worries there. Saves the par. Remains at 8 under, 4 under for the day.
Lisa Kutzer with her third shot here at the 15th, par 4, chipping from the back left corner. Interesting chipping, taking the front foot forward, doing that to maybe stabilize the weight on the left side. And that looked like it was well en route. Had a good line.
Lisa Kutzer certainly on track to turning professional one day. She's only 15. One day she aspires to greater heights, using the RNA platform as a stage to shine. Looking back here under the trees.
He clattered down the right-hand side with his tee ball, 194 yards. He's got to loft it over the trees. 175 yards to the front edge.
Just the left-hand side of, or right-hand side of the green, as the players look at it. Left of your screen. Second cut.
The Germa's threaded one between the 3 bunkers that's at either side of this fairway, leaving himself 172 yards. It plays half a club downhill, but half a club back into the wind. Just a short iron here to a middle right flag.
Ho ho ho! It's a second round special from John LeGerma. Pitches hole high, and he's got that for birdie. Bennett just keeping it low, finding that front half. And from where he is, from that position, that is an excellent shot. Bobby Brown plays her golf out of Steenberg in Cape Town. Second at 14. And I wonder what's happened there. She's ricocheted off the tree, and that's probably helped her. She could have been a long way past that.
Lisa Kutzer to clean up for a par at the 15th. Very good up and down in the end.
Gerard. She's giving herself plenty of opportunities on the greens. The ball at the moment is just scared of the hole. Fair to say she wears her heart on the sleeve. Bobby Brown. Just going to trickle this onto the green. Hope to nestle it up close. Tough position, tough lie she had there. All in all, not too bad. Great bird life around here. There's also been a couple birds of prey parading the skies above. Hopefully you can see them in action as well. Lisa Kutzer, a +1, leading by 2 ahead of Lorenda Steyn, her country woman. Gerard despite the disappointments on the greens. Currently in a share of third position. That's in the RNA Africa Amateur Women's Invitational. Taking a look at the men's championship.
Well, you have to say, that was an incredible shot from the trees. Haven't we seen some fantastic ones today? Michael Karanga's pin high. He's just in the fringe. Maybe the second cut here. Very similar putt to what he had on the 9th hole. So we'll know how the bobble will affect him. And then it will be breaking from right to left.
Was that the right club choice, Soph? Never easy putting up the hill, especially through the kukui grass. Yeah, so just asking about Mike Karanga there, you know, putting through the kukui grass, would it have been easier for him to chip rather than putt?
It's easy now. Now he's done it. He actually walked away and started using the putter like it was a wedge in his hand, as if to say, yeah, maybe I should have done that. But because he hit such a good putt on 9, I think he thought, well, I'll do it here on 10. But this had more turn on it and was up the hill, and it jumped a good couple of inches in the air. From this left-hand side, there's a severe break. A good couple of 3-4 cups from left to right here.
Such a good attempt there. Thought it would break a little bit more. Give himself a good chance. Daniel Bennett.
What an excellent approach it was from John LeGermain.
It's a little blacksmith lapwing, enjoying its bath.
Thought he's just cooling down there. It's so hot outside.
It actually is incredibly hot. I know they said the temperatures were in the high 20s. Tell you what, walking out here yesterday, it felt like it was more in the low 30s. Beautiful line to see the putter square into the back of the ball. Looks like he's going inside the right. Beautifully judged.
The putter's warming up. As are the conditions around Royal Johannesburg. It reached a high of 33 in the afternoon later. Any bit of breeze is welcomed, especially on a day like this. Jack Buchanan's on fire, 4 under. He leads by 3. Composure personified at the moment, blemish free. The chasing pack will be looking to reel him in. It is day 2. And apart from a double bogey at the opening par 5, Carl Johnson has really gone about his business professionally. He's carded 5 birdies, including 4 in a row. He made the turn at 35, picked up another red number at the 10th, and the Namibian is at 3 under par alongside Milan Pothita, Michael Chuma, Andries van der Vyver, Dominic Masonda, and Jandre Ludek. And they're 5 strokes adrift of our leader, who's going great guns at the summit. As for the other players hunting this prestigious prize, Keegan shoots at +2. Adel Barfiq Balala is alongside him in a shift 21st. Michael Karanga is in our broadcast window. He's at +3 alongside Darlington, Chikanyan Bitse, and Josephat Rono of Kenya.
Good score today by Yassine Ben Sharif, going along very nicely, 4 under through 6 holes, as well as Calvin Isaac Muchenje, 2 under through 6.
The RNA Africa Amateur Championship in focus here at Royal Johannesburg. We've got Lorenda Steyn providing us with many good shots. That was just for par on this occasion. Solid round of 73 into second round. Hugs all round. Playing alongside Belinda Wanjiru of Kenya and Miriam Ismaili of Morocco. Here's our leader of the Women's Championship.
Putting placing on the 16th of the day, 19 on and 5 from the left. And she's made a bomb.
Wow.
Great time to make a birdie and just kick start with the scoreable uphill par 4 17th coming up, as well as a par 5 18th. And we finally see a smile from Lisa Kutzer. She's generally a very pleasant young lady. It's just a matter of how golf can get in the way of that, as we look at the exemptions that will be gained by the Africa Amateur Women's Invitational winner, the AIG Women's Open Final qualifying, the Women's Amateur Championship, Ladies Joburg Open, which this year is hosted at Rand Park, as well as the Investec SA Women's Open at Royal Cape. And last but by no means least, the Waterfall City Tournament of Champions powered by Attack here again at Royal, albeit on a composite course. So much to play for, but I'm sure they will be keeping that well out of their minds today. That is something to think about tomorrow when you knock in your putt on the 18th green.
This week, there's so much life experience to be learned. But then to get those exemptions, to travel to countries like Scotland and England, oh, that's another step in class, isn't it?
Yeah, and we touched on it yesterday. Just getting used to being out here, having cameras on you, the pressure, the interviews. It's a great exposure for these young players to start to get comfortable should they decide to pursue the game at a professional level. It's all part of it. Unfortunately, if you don't enjoy it, it's something that you have to learn to get used to. Some players love the TV and love the attention. Others tend to shy away. But it's great to get that exposure earlier on. As we look at Jack Buchanan.
OG doesn't love the attention.
No, I don't. I was going to say, it's great that they actually get this here at TANS, because we often experience it at the professional level, that the guys who haven't actually gone through experiences like this struggle when they start to play well and have to face media at an older age. So it's great that the RNA provides this for them. I know I got involved with them here. They had a camp with the PSI crew as well, just to do a bit of media training, especially for the guys that are playing on the continent. They were here for about a week. So the work that the RNA are actually doing, not just from a playing side, but to make sure that all the players are well-rounded, is great.
Well, these used to be the longest back-to-back par fours in the world, 10 and 11. Downhill, left to right, dogleg. 326 yards takes you through this fairway.
Shouldn't be too bad on the left-hand side.
Can't have been too many birdies here yesterday. Michael Karanga's got that draw shape. He's going to start it at the point of the dogleg. Try and hit it at the bare tree in the distance.
He'll need it to come back.
What does Bennett perhaps need to do a little bit differently?
He's got his golf coach out with him, Nico van Grangeberg, today. This lad can hit a low fizzer with a driver. You move it from left to right. It's needed now.
It's hard to say I recognise that person behind that board. Nico van Rensburg. There's a couple of players that he works with, Tyron Snyder's being one of them, and himself a great player in his own right, paying it forward to the next generation.
Yeah, he recently caddied for Christian Mars, who's playing on the DP World Tour out in the UAE. So a great bunch of amateurs that Nico's obviously bringing up as well, and he does some great work as well with the Else for Autism Foundation around the country.
Oh, here's a man flying, albeit coming off a bogey and slipping back to 2 under after making 4 birdies in a row. Carl Johnson. Ooh. Doesn't look pretty. Here is Charlotte Millard. The Golf RSA squad in 2022. And she won the SA Girls title in 2024. So has come through the junior ranks. Now a top amateur to look out for. She ultimately eyes the step up to the professional level.
Gerard at the 14th for a much needed birdie. Oh, positive, great pace. Finds the heart and the bottom of the cup to get a first birdie on the back 9.
She's been knocking on that door. A couple putts slipping past. Finally get one to drop. Par on this hole is always a great score, Tandy. But for Jack Buchanan, it's a chance to make a 5th birdie of his round.
Yeah, I know Jack has a very calm demeanor about him at the best of times. He's looking particularly relaxed today. Clearly in a very good headspace, enjoying his golf, enjoying being out here. Back in South Africa. Putting slightly uphill, ever so slightly right to left. There's a little ridge in the middle of this green. And then straightening out at the end. Oh, it was on line. Just needed some pace. Jack not wasting any time. Same pre-shot routine, tucking the sleeve under the shoulder. Line up, set up. Can always tell if a player is very confident if they're ready to go knock those tap-ins in. If they tend to mark them and go through full routine, it's almost like they're still not quite settled into their round.
Yeah, and I guess you leave yourself with the chance to overthink it as well when you're left with about a foot or two. Estenatha, this for bogey though, found the penalty area with his approach shot. Oh, and unfortunately, drop a couple of shots here at 11. This almost feels like, I know a lot of the guys that play like on the Sunshine Tour prepare very hard to sort of build up to the co-sanctioned events or the DP World Tour, Hotel Planner Tour, that they might just put so much pressure on themselves. I think Esther might be one of those who expected to play well this tournament, but has had a tough couple of days actually here.
Yeah. Patience is such a big aspect of this game of golf. As we look at 36-year-old Dennis Mara from Kenya. This is his 3rd time playing the Africa Amateur Championship. Unfortunately missed the cut in 2024.
Yeah, it's great to see so many nationalities represented at this tournament. Gives the opportunity for those that never really do get a chance to play at such prestigious events to come and taste themselves against the best of the best on the continent.
That unfortunately is the difficulty of this 11th hole.
Sadly, the other issue.
Karanga was down the right-hand side. He had to chip out. There was too much tree trouble, and with water blocking his avenue to the green, he's just left himself that 100-yard mark. John German is on the left-hand side. He's missed the fairway by about 4 yards, and it's sat down. There's a big tree about 15 yards away from him, and maybe the tree roots have just dried out some patches on this rough. So where he is, he's in a little nest. He's going high. He's going to carry the tree which sits 50 yards in front of him. He's got wind slightly into his face, so it's 162 yards to the flag. This green steep from back to front. The flag's cut on the back level. He's got loft in his hand. It's going to be a hard wedge or a 9-iron here. Straight over that tree from 162.
Definitely not the worst spot. Pushed it way over the green. With a very quick chip coming back the other way.
Bennett's got a fly a lie, a direct route. 160 for him.
Bennett won't know, but he's not lying too bad. They're just on the first cut, pin high on the left. Should be fairly straightforward for him from that angle towards that pin placing today.
We spoke yesterday about how sometimes you must just take your medicine, chip it out sideways, and hopefully
Probably the way I'd best describe it. He's got 92 yards now. And as I mentioned, a 2-tier green, this 11th hole. So he's got a laid up to his number. He's got his lob wedge out. If he pitches this pin high, it's going to spin back something fierce. So he's really got to control that spin, take it long of the flag and bring it back from 92.
Yeah, Sophie called it. You got to throw it past, spin it back. He's done exactly that. He's got 8 foot left to salvage. Great exhibition of the controlled scoring game. As we look at Kyle Johnson from Namibia, third shot. He was unfortunately in the trees. Very nice, execute a little bump and run. Nearly chipped that in. Brian Newman, second shot into 13. Choosing to hit himself quite a bit further back to secure a fuller shot in. And that's exactly why he's able to control that spin. Good shot.
To the par 4 17th. Africa Amateur Women's Invitational leader, Lisa Kutzer. Massive drive to get it up to there. Difficult to generate enough spin out of that rough, but not a bad result at all.
Aston Arthur taking it up at 12. And the pin today, 24 on 5 from the right, is setting up on the left-hand side, just opening up the green for himself.
think I need to leave this to the South Africans describing this shot, because we don't see this type of grass where I live. This is thick-leafed cuckoo grass. It's just going to grab the club face. It's got to hold on tight, keep that face pointing to the sky. Like that. Unfortunately, just landed on the down slope, but that was well executed. Awful lie.
Indeed, Sophie, just a tighter grip required from that Kukui rough. Can be very, very juicy, but he's played that rather well.
Weight on that left leg, just trying to swing down the slope. He'll fancy this one.
Great approach into 13 from Brian Newman. Can he convert it into the birdie? Not quite. Remains at level par for the championship.
So Bennett has tapped in for a par here at the downhill 11th par 4. Michael Karango and John Lejeune still to finish out. Par putts for both these young men. Pretty sure John Lejeune would have been watching his chip shot roll past the hole to see what it does on the putting surface. Putting slightly down off the knuckle of the bunker from that angle, levels out at the hole. So such a important putt to marry up a line and pace. Can go inside left and firm, can go just outside the left and medium. It looks like he's opting for left edge and medium type pace. That should see the ball rolling comfortably into the hole. Now he's got a lot more break. You can see he's a bit disappointed with that bogey. He was lucky off the tee, had a good angle to the flag. Tough chip shot.
Some of my friends like to say, dirty ball, no go home. Maybe should have just cleaned it up a bit. Good try nonetheless. Michael Karanga, see if he can save his par at the 11th. Plays as the stroke 1 for the members here at Royal Johannesburg. Positive putt and finds the bottom of the cup. Walks away with the par to stay at 3 over.
Second shot for Aston Wade Arthur from pin eye on the left hand side of the 12th green, chipping back up. Neatly done.
Back to the par 3, 12th hole. As you can see, there's our leader. 3-shot advantage currently, as we still wait for Ivan Verster to tee off the next 27 minutes.
Downhill left to right, and he's made it. That moves him 4 clear. Flawless golf today by Jack Buchanan. 5th birdie, no drop shots. I said it earlier, OG, he looks so relaxed today.
Such a clean card, looks confident. Let's go to the 17th. Lisa Kutzer. Ish. It's so quick, turns so much. Hoping to see back-to-back birdies from both leaders, not to be for Lisa. She's got another opportunity at the closing par 5 though. Esther Arthur, unfortunately, with a new putter this week, and that might also explain some of the putting woes he's had. Unfortunately, says he lost 4 putter heads last week, and if this is option number 5, might not be the one you really want to bring into a championship as big as this.
Yeah, putting is such a crucial part of golf, and you know, depending on your skill level, it's anything from 54 to 34% of your round of golf, so it needs to be a strong aspect. And don't know about you two, but I've definitely had the same putter for the last 10-11 years. I'm not a big fan of changing putters.
I also love to use the same putter. I've actually got a new putter which I still haven't used, so every time I think I need to change it, the old one comes good.
Garang on the tee, Soph.
203 yards, downwind, par 3. It's like a figure of 8 green, this one, and on the right side.
The spectators just turned on the afterburners in pursuit of that golf ball. May have just crossed the red there.
Oh, there's some marshals looking at the back of the green. There's some water there. I think he's pulled it into the penalty area. Bennett can, I would say he's going to be an 8-iron here. He's just trying to ease across it. It's 24 on 5 from the right-hand side.
Well, he had the distance. He just found that green side bunker. An 8-iron from 185 meters.
You know, the further this pin gets back, the harder the shot is, because obviously it gets longer. It's 20 yards longer than yesterday. But the penalty area comes into play to the right of the flag and around the back of the green. Just such a small target from 200 yards away. The German looking to be the only one to find this green on 12. 7-9.
Oh.
Wow, and that's an impressive shot by John Legerma, hitting it to little 2 feet below the hole. Only player to find the green of this group, and he's done that in style.
Incredible shot from John Legerma. Beautiful swing from John Legerma at the par 3, 12th, setting up a birdie putt. Making big strides in amateur golf. 21 countries being represented this week. Massive honours on the line. Exemptions to Royal Birkdale. Who wouldn't want to book their ticket to there? 154th Open Championship and the Amateur Championship. Two of the greatest events in golf. Also the Investec SA Open Championship being played at Stellenbosch Golf Club in a couple of weeks' time. Part of the DP World Tour. The Waterfall City Tournament of Champions, powered by Attack on the Sunshine Tour, and then the co-sanctioned Alfred Daniel Championship, which was recently played here at Royal Johannesburg, won by the youngster Jaden Shaper in a playoff over Sean Norris. Buchanan though leads by 4 at the Africa Amateur Championship. Verster off in about 20 minutes time, the overnight leader who fired a sparkling 67 on day 1. We've got Malan Porgita has just made the turn in 35, 2 under for his second day efforts. He's also birdied the 10th hole, so 6 birdies in his first 10, and he's made a considerable leap up the leaderboard into a tie for 3rd position alongside Charles Barnard, who's part of the afternoon wave in Johannesburg. Michael Chuma, unfortunately 2 bogeys in the last 4 holes. Put a stop to a really solid start. He'll be looking to bounce back. He's nonetheless in a share of 7th alongside Andries van der Vyver, Isa Abu Ella Ella and Michael Wallace, as well as Gilbert Chalwe. Balala's at +2, 1 better than Karanga and Rono, who are in a tie for 23rd position. The action is warming up here at the Africa Amateur Championship, established by the RNA. Beautiful bird life, surveying the property here at Royal Johannesburg. Where is Karanga? What's the situation?
Well, unfortunately, I was right. Michael Karanga did turn over this tee shot and he found the penalty area, which is actually about pin high. It rings around the back edge of this green on 12, so he has taken a drop and playing 3. Daniel Bennett was in the greenside bunker on the right-hand side, ball was slightly above his feet, so it came out flat and rolled past the hole, but a decent effort, so he's got a good look at par. But John Boy, nearly holed it, didn't he? I think I'd even give Andrew that one.
Sophie, that's cheeky.
Yeah, it's a bit harsh, you might miss it, but these guys are good.
Fairly good on the greens. But this is going to take some skill, isn't it?
It is, and I think the possibility of it, you know, he's lost a few drives down the right-hand side, and then he's maybe just turned over this iron into 12 thinking about that. He's got to keep it left of the flag here. Keep that knee flex.
And his some recovery shot will be his 3rd. Opting to fly it more than half the way.
And what a summer you'd have planned if you do happen to get over the line here and win the Africa Amateur. You get yourself an invite to Hoylake, Royal Liverpool for the Amateur Championship, and then just a couple of weeks later you can go to Royal Birkdale. I mean, they're only 20 minutes apart down that northwest coast of England.
I'm just so glad you got plenty of space at Mansion Walker for us to come.
Yeah, I mean, they're more than welcome to stay as long as I get tickets for the Open. They're very hard to get at the moment, Andrew.
Andrew will sort that out, don't worry.
Unfortunately, Bennett unable to make that putt. Spoke about that tee shot. What tee shot it was, Sophie?
It was because the more you get to the green, the harder that tee shot looks because of all the danger that surrounds it. I think I did him a disservice. It was just a short iron he hit in here. Come on, make a 2. Deserves it after that tee shot.
Firm stroke back of the cup. A 2 club for John Legerma. Really, really colourful scorecard today. 4 birdies, 2 in the last 3 holes.
Tell you what, in the end, that's a very good up and down for Maka Karanga from the left-hand side of the 12th, having found that red penalty area to walk away with just a single bogey. As we look back down 13th fairway. Aston Wade off the second shot into the 13th. The flag today, 20 paces on, 7 from the right. Oh, that was going to look so good from his angle. A little over 7 or 8 feet for a birdie.
We spoke about the predators in the sky. The birds of prey.
Yeah, Andrew, busy in our bird book to make sure we identified it correctly as a Eurasian honey buzzard. So beautiful. Majestic.
More than 1.5 meters of wingspan.
And probably hungry too. That's why it's out there flying, looking for some snacks.
Well, that's if the giant egret has left it any. That bird on the ground has been rather busy for the first 2 days. Although that beautiful bird soaring the clear blue skies is looking for something a little bit bigger.
Yeah, we're actually quite lucky to see that Eurasian buzzard. They're only down here for 4 months of the year, then they migrate back up north.
John Legerma should have the honour after that brilliant birdie at the par 3 12th.
And on to the 13th. It's a short dog leg from right to left, water all the way down the left-hand side. There's a bunker that sits at 230 yards on that right, and then the one on the left is 255 away. So many players just looking to leave it in that range, that 220, 230 range off the tee, and leave themselves 140 to the front of the green. Because you can't see where your ball's finishing, and because you have to work it so much right to left, the more straighter face club you have, the harder it is to do that. Hence why we've not seen players hit driver and blitz it over everything. So a sensible play. It's a 400-yard par 4. The wind is helping slightly, but we're at the low point of the golf course on the east course, so it's baking right now. An iron for position.
I do like this play out with the driving iron to find the right half of the fairway. It's a difficult stretch of holes, these next 2.
Now Karanga, he came undone yesterday, 10 to 12. He went bogey, bogey, double bogey, so he'll be thankful he's out of those 3 holes now. He's also looking at that same play. 240 maximum on the right hand side to that fairway trap.
So working the ball from right to left. Karanga, he's found the short grass, should be able to attack this flag at 13, which today is 20 on.
Played in the Alfred Dunhill here just a few months ago. Did Bennett, made the cut. Also looking to work it from right to left off that far bunker. He's overdone that one.
No, he's all right there. He is safe down the left-hand side, just past the hazard. Oh, 1 foot in, 1 foot out.
Yeah, it's so important to get that spine angle to match the slope. You can see how he's leaning all the way back. Big backswing. You have to decelerate into the bunker face. And that is a touch of amazing control there in the bunker by Jack Buchanan.
That's just brilliant. Well played. Looking at our Women's Invitational leader, Lisa Kutzer. Started on the left-hand side of that pin. Let it trickle down.
She's holding that finish.
Get up, get up. Yeah.
Gerard for a birdie putt on the 16th, par 3. This one moving ever so slightly left to right.
So many close calls today for our defending champion Gerard. 12 months ago, those putts were going in.
Jack Buchanan just a clean up for a par here at the 13th. Excellent bunker shot. Still very much in control of things. Just goes to show how important it is to have good short game for the odd errant shot that all of us will hit, to still be able to hustle those pars. Uphill birdie putt for Lisa Kutzer, right to left initially, needs to get the pace correct. Slows up round about there. Yeah, she's judged that pace beautifully.
Well, she just mark that. Give herself a little time. Lisa Kutzer. She's won on big golf courses before. The SA Girls Rose Play at Lost City when she shot 8 under par back in 2024 as a 14-year-old. Remains at level par. Edging herself close here. A fabulous round. She'll be looking to punch her ticket to final qualifying for the AIG Women's Open and to the Women's Amateur Championship, along with the other exemptions on the line for the champion. Here's the tough stretch of holes there. Here's the women's leaderboard, and here's Lisa Kutzer. Back-to-back rounds of 72, and at this stage leading by 3. And of Lorenda Steyn, who out of that chasing pack could mount a final round pressure on her, Tandy.
Yeah, there's still one more round to go tomorrow. We need to get something going early on. Opening par 5 here at Royal. Just a kickstart. We've seen some really good scores already. And again, just to pay tribute to the RNA and these fantastic follow-on opportunities that the winner will gain themselves. AIG Women's Open final qualifying, as Andrew mentioned, the Women's Amateur Championship, Joburg Ladies Open, the Investec SA Women's Open, as well as the Waterfall City Tournament of Champions.
The Investec SA Women's Open has a new destination in 2026, the Royal Cape Golf Club, the oldest club in South Africa.
Michael Karanga, 165 yards to a pin middle right, leaving himself just shy of it for the uphill putt. Bennett was in the rough on the left-hand side. He had to blast one through the willow trees, and that's come up in the green side bunker, short right.
Majema also from the short grass with a great look here at 13.
And hasn't he hit his irons well? He's got 170 yards. The wind is going to help him from right to left. Pin 20 on, 7 from the right. He's got his iron.
Perhaps just put him off the downswing. It's around the green side bunker. Not able to capitalize after another superb tee shot. Johnson with his second on a hole ahead, in the middle of the fairway.
Yeah, unfortunately, we said Johnson earlier headed into the right-hand penalty area on the 12th, and it was for a bogey. Ended up being for a double bogey. And how's that for backspin off the back edge of this 15th green?
Certainly done his homework. Here is Milan Potgieter, birdie up the hill with the broomstick.
Milan Potgieter today has only made 2 pars through his first 11 holes. He's made 3 bogeys and 6 birdies. Can you imagine what that scorecard would have been if he didn't have those bogeys? Incredible.
Well, he's not out of the fight yet, and he'll be looking to book his tickets, along with so many of the amateurs. The Amateur Women's Invitational also being played. We spoke about the exemptions on the line. Of course, all these players looking to book their place at Muirfield for the Amateur Championship, and of course for the AIG Women's Open at Royal Lytham and St. Anne's. And as for the men, the 154th Open Championship this year at Royal Birkdale, and then the Amateur Championship at Royal Liverpool and West Lancashire in England. Incredible, incredible platform this is for the stars on the African continent, pursuing their dreams on an international world-class stage. Established by the RNA, the Africa Amateur Championship. Exemptions also for the SA Open and the Alfred Daniel Championship, which took a breather away from Leopard Creek at the back end of last year. Played here on this magnificent par 72. Well, Germa's found the sand. What lie does he have?
It's not the greatest lie. It's popped out of its splash mark, but it's on a downslope.
Just not able to control the spin there. Not the best of lies. From our, of course, commentator Sophie Walker, she's telling us about. Let's go to Jack Buchanan. Flawless golf so far. Best distance control we've seen from Jack so far today.
And you know, Andrew, talking about all these wonderful opportunities that these players will get, just the experience gained from this in itself will help these players become better mentally, understand what it takes to play at the highest level.
And the venues, I mean, Royal Johannesburg, Leopard Creek for these championships, they are top-notch venues with greens that are so pure. This one up the hill for his birdie.
Just going to be a little bit short. Sophie, South Africans are really spoilt for choice in terms of golf scenery and layouts to hone their skills on. Opportunity it is. Players like Michael Karenga to come to South African shores. The 3rd time competing in this event, which was won by this man last year, Brian Newman. Has difficulties on the opening day, but today he is dancing around the pin. Bennett for par. Legerma for par, rather. And they found that greenside bunker on his approach shot. He shouldn't look for too much here. That went left straight off the club face.
Daniel Bennett. A little over 2 feet to save a par. Left of centre should do it. Back of the cup. Nicely done. And you know, Andrew, talking about the opportunities that await the winner of both the African Amateur Championship as well as the African Amateur Women's Invitational, you know, just to pay tribute to what this does for the players is a player like Sinead Kleinhans, who is only 18 years old and has recently turned pro, played 2 of these events, the inaugural plus the one last year at Leopard Creek. And now she currently leads the Supersport Invitational that has been played this week down at Humewood. And no doubt that playing events like this at the highest level have set her up.
That's the Sunshine Ladies Tour. Incredible. Jack Buchanan is at 9 under par, 5 under par through 13 holes in his second round. The men for the Africa Amateur Championship playing 72 holes of stroke play. Leads by 4. Michael Wallace 3 under through 4. Michael Tumas 2 under through 12. Seeing lots of John LeGerma today. Still 1 under for the championship.
Brian Newman just hit it nice and close on the 14th.
Abdallah Kakuza, Uganda, -4 for the round. Excellent scoring out there at Royal Johannesburg. Joseph Regan Akina, also another Ugandan in the field. 1 under, just got his second round underway. A promising start for the young man.
Yassine Ben Sharif from Morocco, 4 under through 9 holes, also going along really nice today, as is Isaika Dune, 1 over through 7. Couple of players still to start their afternoon round.
We're back at Royal Johannesburg, second round coverage live across the world of the RNA Africa Amateur Championship, which is being played simultaneously alongside the Africa Women's Invitational right here in the City of Gold at Royal Johannesburg with our leader Jack Buchanan. He's been flawless on day 2. Well, testing one up the hill to come to save his par to remain at 9 under 4 clear ahead of Charles Barnard and Ivan Verster, who is shortly going to be commencing his second day's play after a sparkling round of 65 on day 1. Here is the last of the par 3s at Royal. Keegan Shoot, the Zimbabwean, just holding on. Oh, would have been very good for yesterday's pin position. All 3 balls favouring the right-hand side on this occasion.
Keegan Shoot got up to a great start today. Eagle at the first. Things have just plateaued out a little for the Zimbabwean as we look at Jack Buchanan. Blemish-free he remains.
See, the wind is picking up just a little bit.
It's great to see so many nationalities this week playing all across Africa. Adal Tawfiq Balala from Kenya. Such a fantastic opportunity for these players to come and experience not just this event, but the golf course that has played host to so many iconic tournaments. And I can tell you it is in such good condition. The privilege of playing out 2 weeks ago. Flawless. Slight miscue on the club selection there for Balala, coming up well short into the right-hand side.
Milan Pochita here second at 13. A wide-brimmed cap on a very warm day. Popular spot on the 13th. Carl Johnson. Pristine fairways here at Royal Johannesburg. Again below the hole, never a bad thing around here. Gerard is fighting hard, just giving herself plenty of looks for birdie so far today. Very few have dropped. The slight outside chance. Possibly just hasn't hit it close enough with the irons today, Gia.
Yeah, she's been in good positions off the tee. Maybe just not quite dialed in as much as she normally is with her approach play.
Looking back down here, another gorgeous looking hole.
And you're not wrong about the wind, Andrew. We've got some breeze. It's welcomed as the heat comes down this afternoon. The clouds have all seemed to have burnt away. And that breeze is helping the German here. He's got 140 yards to the flag. It's 28 on, 7 from the right. It's on its own shelf. It's only got a handful of yards beyond it. So from 140 with a wedge, this is going to have some action on it. We saw him not do a great job of it into 9. It's going to have to be a 3/4 swing, try and take a flight down and try and take as much spin off this as possible to get to a back pin from 140 yards.
Let's see how brave he can be to attack this backpin position. That's 2 in a row now that he's hit out to the right-hand side. Sacred Ibis, part of the Hardidar family. Milan Pochita. Excellent run today. He's got it to -4. Never a bad place to be, just short of the hole. Michael Karanga up and over.
Oh, 115 yards Karanga had, ball way above his feet, and that's probably why it got high off the face. It was also sat very high in the rough down this right-hand side. So Bennett's got another 10 yards on him. He's got 105. Lies a lot better. All 3 players losing it down the right-hand side, but it does catch a piece.
This 14th green is really big from front to back. Lots of pin options. You almost feel like you can't throw it far enough back on this 14th green. 34 paces from front to back.
Hasn't had his best stuff this week, but he's a top amateur. He claimed the Division 1 Phil Mickelson Outstanding Freshman Award, honouring the National Freshman of the Year while playing for the Longhorns, and he became the 5th Longhorn in program history to win the Mickelson Award. Daniel Bennett. There's Gerard. We want to see a fist pump from the champion.
Birdie putt for G, unfortunately coming up short. Carl Johnson for a birdie attempt at the 15th, putting uphill right to left. You can see how the grain in the background is shiny to his right, dark to the left. He's putting into a slope And the grain's going to push it right to left. So important to get the speed right. Gave that a valiant effort.
Namibian from Walvis Bay. If you've ever travelled the Southern African country on the Skeleton Coast, you won't be disappointed.
Michael Karanga's just running his teeth through the grooves of this wedge because he needs to get some nip on it. He's going to chip over the fringe because this green wanders left to right towards the back of it. So you can see where he's just rehearsing here. He's looking at landing it just over that spot there and then have it run like a putt from right to left as it hits the surface. He loves to draw shots. He loves to draw wedges just like Tiger does. Oh, he's heavy-handed. He's better than that.
You mentioned the great man's name. And many of these amateurs grew up like us watching the 15-time major winner. How would he play this, Sophie?
Oh, jab it. Look how short the follow-through is going to be. Try and keep your balance. It's all about the speed. How fast does it come off? Oh, that is gorgeous. Great stability in the lower half there.
Yeah, very well played. Can definitely be proud of himself for that one.
Blacksmith Plover. Very territorial.
So a Longhorn, hey? Who was the last Open champion that was a Longhorn?
Scotty Scheffler.
Oh, yeah.
Who can forget that performance
Champion
at Royal Portrush?
Golfer of the year. Spieth was pretty decent. The Texan, he won at Royal Birkdale, didn't he? Where we're going back to. This one putting through some grain, so it's a flat pace. Touch from right to left. And Scheffler's one that you could have a practice round with him. He'd happily have you.
Well, a real nice gentleman of the game.
Yeah, quite a few South Africans have been Longhorns. Brendan Stone, one of them as well. One of the Scottish Open. Dylan Fratelli was on the same team as Jordan Spieth.
Buchanan doesn't seem to miss a fairway. Full control today. That might have brought a bit of anxiety. He's hopping over the pond.
Michael Karanga with the par putt here at the 14th, slightly downhill, left to right. Has he managed to judge? Oh, it actually stayed quite straight. I thought there was a really good start line from this angle. Don't worry, Michael, I also would have missed that.
Proud organisation of World Golf, the RNA.
Michael Bennett hasn't quite gone low, but we know he definitely has it in him. Back in 2023, won the Nomads SA Boys under 19 by 21 strokes.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah, broke a few records in that week. Shot 34 under par, 254 to claim the victory. So we know he can definitely go low.
Love definitely seen he's not shy to make birdies. And I can just imagine on the day when he's not carding those bogeys that the score just gets fantastically low. As we look at the 18th with Bobby Brown. This for a par at the closing par 5. Yes, she's done it. Bit of an up and down day for Bobby Brown. Struggle on the front 9, stabilized. The birdie on the 6th and 7th.
Top 5 finish last year at Leopard Creek for Bobby Brown. She's 8 adrift heading into the final round. The Amateur Women's Invitational contested over 54 holes of stroke play.
Great 2 under there by Olivia Wood. As we have a look at Peace Kapasweka playing alongside Chia Rod.
Great to see Laopi Chokwa representing Botswana from Gaborone, the only Botswanan in the field this week. Must be the highlight of her amateur career.
Lengthy uphill putt on the 16th, up the slope into the green. Has it got an outside chance? Yeah, it was en route.
Then his tee shot at 15. He's leaning, that generally means off that contour, ball will feed to the left.
This 15th hole wiggles its way from right to left. The far bunker is a good line, 329 yards away it is. Wind freshening back into his face. Water all the way down the left-hand side.
You kind of just want to work it off that right-hand fairway bunker, although that water is always in the back of your mind on the left-hand side.
But Germa's lost a few right now, hasn't he, with approach shots, and now it's drifted into his driver. Sets up so much better for Karanga. Look how shut he is in that stance. He's going to send it out to the right and roll it back. He's got a bit of a lean on as well, though.
Got an uphill walk there at 15. It's a lovely stretch of finishing holes here, OG.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some opportunities. I think 13 and 14, all dependent on the tee shot there. 15, I think if you get a par there, you're going to walk off absolutely happy. 16th par 3 also. 17, a definite birdie opportunity, as well as the closing par 5, 18th. So Jack Buchanan can definitely put some pressure on those that are just teeing off right now. You see Ivan Fester has already started with a birdie at the first, so he's going to give chase for sure.
This is a very long putt here for Jack Buchanan. Putting through the spine of the green. From a potential champion to the reigning champion. Brian Newman at 16, par 3. Alton Danzel Zulu. Wonderful name. Coming close there for the Zimbabwean. It's amazing, OG, to see how many players come out of Zimbabwe. It's got a great history.
Yeah, I'm sure some of them would have been looking on. And Kieran Vincent romped to victory here in the Waterfall City Tournament of Champions just a few months ago.
Great names of the past: Mark McNulty, Nick Price, a former world #1, a major champion.
Aston Arthur try and walk off with a par here.
Pretty sure Alton Danzel Zulu's enjoyed his day the last 2 days, playing alongside Jack Buchanan, as well as this young man. There's so much great experience to be gained from watching good players, their demeanor, their shot routines, how they approach a hole, how they approach being out of position. And that in itself helps you think better, make good decisions, manage your game. Another flawless par by Jack Buchanan. And he's been so in control today. Whenever he's had a little tester to salvage a par, it's just been centre cup all day long.
Now born in Cape Town, as part of that national squad of Golf RSA, is Keegan Shoot. Up the hill, firm. Well done. Is there a window of opportunity for Legerma?
There's a pine overhanging branch about 20 yards in front of him. If he misses that, it's on. 198 yards. This green's firm though.
He's bailed out to the right-hand side. Need quite a bit of height on that third shot.
So Karanja's smashed it into the trees, ricocheted off a few. He's got a line. He's okay. He's got 185 yards to the pin. Minimum carry on this line to that back edge is 172. He's looking high. He's got to go to the penthouse here, but he's hit some brilliant ones out of the right-hand side of this golf course today, and he needs another one right now.
Sweep it around the timber. Oh, an excellent shot. Boy, have we seen some recovery shots from the trees this week.
This one should be a more simpler equation. 172 yards to the pin. It's 25 on centre. Go 5 long of it, it catches a downslope and will go over the back of the green.
Pulled that one, coming up short, which is not the contact he envisioned. Choose like Sir Alex Ferguson.
Brian Newman with a par putt at the 16th, par 3. Confidently hold. Going along a lot better today. 3 birdies and 1 bogey on the card. As we look at Potgieter. Putting from the back edge of the 17th. This very slick from this section of the green. Has he judged it? Oh, that was on line.
That was unlucky. A really good line. Neat stuff on the back 9. Gerard at 18.
The German just pacing off a yardage from where his ball is to the edge of the green, and that's really where he's got to land it, about 18 to 19 yards through the air, and then it's landing on glass. It's just so down grain when it lands. The ball is half and half really. It's kind of sat down, so it's going to come out with less spin from this right rough. I mean, there is only one option. You're thinking it's to play the lob where you just slice across it, get that club moving underneath the golf ball, have the ball roll up the face as long as possible to try and generate some spin from this thick grass. So 18 yards is the pitch, and then have it released to the hole. All about the landing spot here.
A beauty. Don't think he could have done any better than that. Seen some great short game from these players. Jack Buchanan, lofted iron here at 16, playing at 155 meters. Oh, so close to an ace, Jack Buchanan.
What a stun of a shot that was.
Oh my goodness, we just witnessed that. We're 50 yards away from that tee box. Daniel Bennett saw that shot by Jack. Can he respond? Just dipping on the grain and pulling it long and left. Just not got it. Just not got it today. He kind of looked out of sorts in the sense, even from the very first hole, he's just hanging on to shots that were just going down the left-hand side. And maybe that round yesterday, what was it, 75, he thought, I've got to go out and make a good score. Got to get out there early and make some birdies. And it was just the same as yesterday. Make a birdie, then make a bogey. Michael Karanga, how has he found this back portion of this green? How is he putting for birdie? But he is. There's not much in it. Go on. Get in.
In it is. One of the best recovery shots, followed by an immaculate putt for birdie, Michael Karanga.
I must admit, I've seen him yesterday and today in some rather, I'm going to say, interesting places and produce some exceptional approach play. And he's made some putts at crucial times.
Crucial one coming up here for Dan Bennett, and Julie delivers.
That's a big putt to make. You know, and Sophie alluded to a little earlier, OG, you know, when you've not had the best of first day and you have a score in your mind to come pick it up the next day and try and chase the score. You know, and the golfing gods, they laugh at you when you do that. They've got other plans. Sometimes you just got to let the score reveal itself. Stick to your process, one shot at a time. Easier said than done. Oh, yes, he does. Nice par-saving putt there for Le Germa. Just stick to those routines, you and the golf course, and let it happen. You can't make it happen, unfortunately.
Yeah, let it come to you. Oh, we saw that sublime tee shot at 16 for our leader, Jack Buchanan. Easy as you like. Second birdie of the back nine. Look at that card. Oh, so clean. Gerard to finish with a birdie. Not to be.
So let's take a look at our Africa Amateur Women's Invitational Leaderboard and how things stand at the moment. Lisa Kutzer, level par for her 2 rounds. And in close pursuit is Lorraine Disdain, just 3 shots behind. Great score by Olivia Wood earlier on today. Having a look a little further down, Julian Alfie Amazado, 13 over today. Great exposure, great experience gained from this. Such a wonderful opportunity for all these players.
Absolutely, so much to play for. I just caught up with Lisa Kutzer after her round and she knows what's at stake. But there's still a lot of golf left in the final round, and whoever will be finishing at the top of the leaderboard of the Africa Amateur Women's Invitational will get to obviously go to the final qualifying for this year's AIG Women's Open. They'll get to play the Women's Amateur Championship. They'll get into the Joburg Ladies Open on the LET and the Sunshine Ladies Tour. Also get to play the Investec South African Women's Open this year. And then they'll be back, well, I don't know, might be back here at Royal Johannesburg for the Waterfall City Tournament of Champions, powered by Attack, where all the winners across the Sunshine Tour, the African continent, around the world, get together with some amateurs and play in a fantastic event. So much to play for the women tomorrow.
Danny McCullum, you've been in a position like Kutzer before. What will be the thoughts overnight heading into the final round?
Yeah, I think she's going to be trying to do the same thing that she's done today. The big aspect of it is going to be patience, and also, depending what you prefer, I liked watching the scoreboard to know exactly where I was and what I had to do. Some players, great putt by shoot, straight down the chute. And I think some players do not like to watch the leaderboard. But she's in a good position. 3 shots clear. She knows what she's got to do. It's going to be an exciting day tomorrow.
These guys that have been on the green when Jack Buchanan hit that wonderful tee shot into 16. They would give anything to replicate or better that.
And on the back of one of the up and downs of the championship. Here's John Germer. Remained at 1 under with a brilliant par 4 at the 15th.
Go.
Low flight. On the tee with Jack Buchanan at 17. Two holes remaining in the round for Jack Buchanan. 6 under for the day. At the moment he's leading by 5.
And here's a look at that men's leaderboard. Jack Buchanan currently 10th championship. Further down, we love Craig one as he makes his way through the back. Some players have just started their rounds, so still plenty of golf to be played. He can shoot. He's got a par 5 to come.
We have seen some good scores though today. Gabriel Lecourt Delabo from Mauritius. He's out there in the afternoon.
Adal Tawfiq Balala. 1 over for his round through 16. Moneso Chamini still to tee off at 10 past 1 today. Michael Karanga's been going along quite nicely.
Beautiful day in the city of gold. Royal Johannesburg in the spotlight. We have been watching the RNA Africa Amateur Championship, which is being played alongside the coveted RNA Africa Amateur Women's Invitational. Lisa Kutsa, the 15-year-old, leads the women's event. Orhita is trying to apply the pressure in the men's championship. Made the turn at 35, picked up another birdie at 10, and since then has made 4 pars in a row.
Yeah, that's a good approach, and he's managed to get it all the way up to the back of that back portion of the green.
They're all looking to chase down Jack Buchanan, who is playing the penultimate hole of his second round. Had a hot start out in 33, picked up 2 more red numbers on the back so far. We've seen this man around the greens, OG. John LaGerman.
Hoping for another great up and down, or maybe even better, just knock this in. Comes up just slightly shy.
He is solid, though. What a prospect.
Such a nice guy too. A lot of guys that play with him absolutely enjoy his company. Very positive youngster. So much still to look forward to in his career.
Remember 12 months ago we were watching Tanaka Chatora, who posted 7 under in the opening round at Leopard Creek, Zimbabwean talent. So many players coming out of this championship using this as an incredible platform to propel their amateurs and potentially professional careers.
Putting across the green. Dark for the first section, shiny for the second on the 16th. It'll pick up a bit of pace and break. I think he judged that pace quite nicely, just that sneaky turn at the end.
I've moved up to watch the leader, Jack Buchanan. Got lucky off the tee. 120 yards. Playing for some release. It's downwind.
Got a little bit of a release. Left himself in a decent position on the green. Malan, can he end the run of pars? He's had 4 straight. Will more than likely remain at 4 under and a share of 4th position alongside Dominic Mosonda, who has begun his second round as part of the afternoon wave at Royal Johannesburg, 2 under through his first 7. Michael Wallace also made a strong start, 3 birdies in his opening 4. This is LaGerma to remain at 1 under. He'll slip back to level par for the Amateur Championship of the continent of Africa. Here's his countryman. Elvis runs that one by.
Chuma from Zambia next to play. Going along really nicely, 2 under for his championship. Looking to save a par here at the 15th, slightly off the right-hand side. From his angle, he'll be putting with the slope. Got a lovely setup over the ball. See how beautifully his eye line is directly over the putter. Arms are hanging under the shoulder socket. Arms can swing freely back and through. Textbook putting setup. And a textbook putt as far as I'm concerned, middle of the cup.
I wonder if he's taken some advice from the Black Knight, South Africa's 9-time major champion Gary Player, who in summer around these parts always dons white. Was with the great man last week. He was in full spurts in his 91st year. Had high praise for the platform set by the RNA and World Golf, allowing these players the opportunity
Africa has produced 5 champion golfers of the year. Bobby Locke, Gary Player, Nick Price, Ernie Els and Louis Oosthuizen. And I wonder if we're not looking at another one in the near future.
Well, let's hope so. Also, I mentioned the Big Easy, Ernie Els. You know, he's the last men's major winner coming out of the southern tip of Africa, having won the prestigious Open back in 2012. And that was for the 2nd time in his illustrious career. Now a 4-time major winner with the putt of Jack Buchanan up the hill.
He did get a read from his playing partner that just chipped down from the bunker to the right of Jack, so we'll know it breaks from right to left. He's looking a good foot outside the right. It does most of its breaking about halfway, and as it gets to the hole, sets up nicely for a right-hander this. He's got the Justin Rose tucking of the shirt under the left arm for connection. He's just seeing this line outside the right, have it dropping in about 4:30 on the clock face for birdie.
You mentioned a big name in the world of golf, a South African-born Englishman, Justin Rose. He recently won again, be it on the PGA Tour. Continuing to show that age is just a number. Always a present figure, the Ryder Cup star.
And Chelsea supporter, might add.
You know, we just couldn't go 2 days without you mentioning something about that.
We lost to Arsenal the other day. I just had to throw it in there, so just to make myself feel better.
I guess you can say my team doesn't lose to Arsenal.
Brian Newman. Eagle attempt at the 18th. Showed it just a bit too much respect there.
Such a pretty hole, this OG. You know, you look at that water, but you just want to be aggressive. At the same time, you have to be cautious.
Yeah, and I think where that pin is today is very friendly. So players have to take full advantage.
Good approach shot there by Potgieter. See the knockdown, follow through, holding the trajectory down, finishing pin high.
Kenyan. 389th in the amateur rankings. Rather, Michael Chuma from Zambia. 100th in the rankings. Many of these players part of the RNA Africa High Performance Centre. Was changed to Paul McKenzie earlier, the lead coach. And he's almost in tears to see the progress of these players that he trains, see the development they've made in the game.
Elvis Mugwa. Tee shot on 16, playing 155 today on 70 yards. Very accessible. Great shot, Elvis.
Shots of the highest quality demanded at 16. We just saw two of the best. Here's Brian Newman just trying to finish off his round. What a comeback from the defending champion on day 2. Newman finished up with a round of 68. There's Bennett with his second at 17.
So Brian Newman will be 3 under for the championship, tied 7th alongside Gilbert Chalwe and Jandre Ludick. Good fight back from yesterday's 1 over par round.
A lot more consistent. We spoke to him yesterday after the round, so I'm working hard with the driver, just tugging left quite a bit on the golf course. So he's rectified those wrongs, and he's come out as the champion he was 12 months ago, which earned him a spot by winning the RNA Africa Amateur Championship, a ticket to Royal Portrush. He pegged it up at the 153rd Open Championship at Royal Portrush. The winner this year books their ticket to the 154th Open at Royal Birkdale. What incredible life experience that is, to be playing amongst the elite of world golf on the most prestigious of stages on the planet. There is no great championship than the Open.
Don't think about it yet, though, Jack. Hasn't made a bogey since the 12th yesterday. This is a birdie opportunity on 18. 516 yards, the bunker long left is 325 away. That is his line.
Also great to see behind the boards there on the tee box, Jaden Deltel, born in this island of Seychelles in Mahi, now resides in South Africa, playing on the Big Easy Tour, with a card looming for the Sunshine Tour, having made his transition from junior golf in the Seychelles. And now he's out there supporting Jack Buchanan and Arthur Aston, as well as these great amateurs.
Yeah, I think that's a fairly good recovery there for John Legerma from the left-hand rough of the 17th. Ball was nestled all the way down into the thick Kikuyu rough, so couldn't get much club into the back of the ball. Anywhere back to the front portion of the green. Give yourself a chance to chip it close. Good outcome. Had also a bit of an up and down day today. Had good opportunities. A couple of putts could have gone for him too. Michael Karanga, great tee shot. Good angle for this flag ball, ever so slightly below his feet. Should drift just a yard or so from left to right. It's exactly where you want to hit it. At that tree trunk just right of that 17th TV tower. Spin. Yeah, nicely played.
Superb ball control out of the first cut. Here's a good look at birdie for Potgieter. Just moved left at the end, last 2 feet. Proved his undoing here. A par 3. 6th straight par of the back 9 after starting it with the birdie 3 at the 10th. At 4 under, he is in a tie for 4th. At the moment, 6 strokes adrift. Another man trying to make a move is the Namibian Johnson.
This is actually a great angle to play this shot. You've got all the green to work with. You can almost catch it a little heavy, let it release down. And he's done exactly that. Just needed to throw it maybe 2 more meters left to catch that slope that feeds towards the flag. As we cast an eye back to the 12th tee box with Craig.
Good looking swing for Roelof. Cilliers rather. Cilliers Craig. The 2 Craigs in the field this week. Roelof was a force last year.
I really like this young man's putting setup. Looks so good over the ball. John Lajima, 3rd shot into the 17th from the front edge.
Just pitched that a little bit too far.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that effort. You know, he's actually hit some exceptional shots and just not quite converted. You can just see how that momentum can fortunately swing away from you.
What do you make of this club decision here?
I think if he's opting to chip, the ball is settled down right onto the seam.
Adel Taufik Abalala. You won't be able to see the bottom of the pin from where he is positioned. He's drawn a good lie. Should be able to throw it up. Come down the slope. Let gravity do its work. Superb shot. Karanga's eyeing a putt here at the penultimate hole. An uphill par 4 that gently works from left to right.
Should come just slightly off his right here. Misses it on the low side.
It's going to move from the left. Carl Johnson to finish with a closing 4. He has done it. Wonderful finish. Great stretch as well. 2 birdies in the last 6. A round of 70 around this demanding layout. And the Namibian is not out of the fight.
Top 40 and ties will make the cut today and play the final 2 rounds.
Ooh, yes. John Lajima. Nicely done.
Bennett now with a par putt. Inside right, back of the cup. I think he feels like he should have had a more realistic look at a birdie on the 17th. Instead of having to knock in a 4-footer to save par. He will have to wait until tomorrow to give it another go. He does, however, have a par 5 coming up.
Do we have a chance in reaching the green, the par 5 in 2?
When you hit the ball 330 yards, absolutely. He's in the first cut of rough, is Jack. He's got 176 yards to the pin.
Wow.
And it plays half a club up the hill. I know we're at altitude, but these lads hit it so far. It's 516-yard par 5, so he's left himself 176 yards. The pin on that right-hand side, there's a white R&A flag at the back of the green, in the middle of the green. That should be the flag he is aiming at. Just keep this 20, 30 feet left of that pin.
Working it in from left to right. That one was directly over the flagstick, drawing a little bit left. Good leave, middle of the green. Chance to further stretch his advantage at the summit. Now the course has been playing superbly. Hats off to Paul Leishman, Rob Larson, and the course superintendent Jan Hendrik Dievenacher from Royal Johannesburg. Beautifully presented for the players this week, competing on the most glorious of stages, the R&A Africa Amateur Championship. What a performance, OG, it's been from Jack Buchanan. It's been flawless golf.
Yeah, and we were talking earlier about just how great it is to be able to play with players like this who've had experience worldwide. And of course, the Africa High Performance Program has had a couple of players that are in the field, and they will take a lot of experience being able to compete this week. Great work being done by the RNA across the continent to make sure they grow the game, give back, also present such wonderful opportunities like playing the RNA Africa Amateur Champs.
Also a lovely walk that many great champions have taken in the past. Most recently, Jaden Shaper.
So chatting to Lisa Kutza, she found that right-hand fairway bunker. She says walking towards it, she thought about Jaden's shot and thought, I'm not going to pull it off. So didn't hit hybrid, took an 8-iron out to set herself up for a wedge in to try and get the birdie, but walked off with a par to shoot level today. Back at the tee box, Daniel Bennett looking to send one. Stay out. Oh, that might just be a tough stance in the bunker.
Good thing he's been watching a bit of baseball in the States. Should be able to play that one.
Aston, flop shot from the left-hand side over the bunker. He will be able to get a free drop from the sprinkler head. Just caught that a little heavy bit of grass between the ball and the grooves.
Silas Craig. So his tee shot at the par 3, 12th rather, up the hill. Just needed a bit more. We'll tap that in for his par to remain at 1 under.
The winner will also get into the Investec South African Open Championship, which is being played at Stellenbosch in a couple of weeks' time. Expected a large audience watching the National Open of South Africa. And Royal Johannesburg has hosted that particular championship, which is one of the oldest in the world of golf, a miraculous 10 times.
Yeah, the second oldest, which will also, of course, present opportunities to play in the Open Championship. And for the first time this year, the winner will also get a chance and a ticket to the Masters.
There's Dennis Mara. What a week. The highlights of his career to be able to tee it up and such a prestigious championship. The man from Kenya. So cool, calm and collected.
Take the memories with him, the learnings, and who knows, maybe come back next year stronger as well. Aston Arthur got the drop, out the sprinkler head, out of the putter. Needed. Hasn't been the greatest performance with the short stick for Aston Arthur. He knows it all too well.
It's been exhibition stuff so far from Jack Buchanan. He's got an eagle putt to come.
It's been flawless golf today. Birdies, no bogeys, but he hasn't had an eagle. And this is the luck of all lucks. It's uphill. He's just seen his playing partner come from that left-hand side of the green. There wasn't a whole lot of break in this. I wouldn't leave the hole. It might want to fall to the right as it loses some pace. But he's played this golf hole how it should be done, with power, discipline, going left of the flag, not going at this back right pin. And that is why he's left himself this putt for eagle. It's been a statement round. Can he finish it off?
Well, that'll be a birdie to finish a wonderful round of golf. As Sophie Walker said, a statement display on the second day of the Africa Amateur Championship. A round of 65, blemish-free, 7 birdies on the card. And he'll begin the third round of this 72-hole stroke play contest on 11 under par.
Wade Arthur to finish with a par at the 18th. A disappointing day for him, especially the front 9.
Well, now the focus will shift to who is going to apply the pressure on Jack Buchanan. Even Verstappen has got 2 birdies in his first 4 holes. Unfortunately, may give away a shot at the second. But he is at 6 under par. He's 5 adrift with Charles Barnard a further stroke back on 5 under. Milan Portitas 2 holes to play. He's at 4 under par. He's got the 18th, the par 5 to come. Can he make up ground? Massive exemptions on the line. And Jack Buchanan, how will he sleep overnight knowing what's at stake? A ticket to the Open, the Amateur Championship, the SA Open, and the Alfred Daniel Championship. We saw the winds pick up a couple hours ago, Tandy. Seems to have just settled a little bit around Royal Johannesburg.
It's kind of traditional for here, late afternoon. Bit of breeze. Although when we talk about breeze in Johannesburg, we're a little bit spoiled. It's not like the wind blows in the Cape or at the coast. This is very mild, and I'll tell you what, it's much needed breeze at this stage with the temperatures just soaring. It is hot out there. So I'm sure for the players that are playing this afternoon, they will need to stay well hydrated. Brian Newman, a grade 68 today after his 1 over yesterday. Johnson 2 under.
Basking in the sunshine, Royal Johannesburg's Championship East course, the host of the 2026 RNA Africa Amateur Championship and the RNA Africa Amateur Women's Invitational. Day 2 drawing to a close for most of the earlier starters, with many players just beginning their second rounds. Milan Potgieter has been a solid today. He's for a chance to get to 5. Does that. They're all looking now to chase Jack Buchanan, who has just signed for an impressive 7 under par 65 to lead at 11 under par, blemish free. High hopes and big expectations at the start of the week. First grouping. John Legerma has impressed.
Even though I want to say these guys can still fight, there's 36 holes of golf still left. When you look at where they are and where Jack Buchanan is, it's going to take a tall order to try and catch up and club your way up to where he is, unless you're hoping he has a terrible third round, which I don't see happening the way he's playing.
And he knows how to contend in the wind, Buchanan, coming from Cape Town. And in these conditions, he's a real force to be reckoned with. So he has sent the benchmark. Now it's up to the chasing pack.
John Legerma out the bunker, the 35-year-old, who was the 2022 Kenya Golfer of the Year. And he also won the 2020 Uganda Open and the 2021 Amateur Match Play for Kenya. 2024 he had 5 wins and 21 top 5 finishes in World Amateur Golf Ranking events. He's also competed in DP World Tour's Magical Kenya Open the last couple of years, so had loads of experience playing with players at the highest level. Michael Karanga, third shot from the right-hand side of the 18th bunker, playing up to the pin. He can afford to float this all the way there. Yeah, that's a good shot.
Mentioned the Magical Kenya Open will be taking place from the 19th to 22nd at Karen Country Club on the DP World Tour, Karanga's hometown.
Rolex, a big supporter of golf and a big supporter of the RNA. Once again, they're coming on board to also help in the growth of African golf, which is great to see.
Yes, OG, it's time for Africa.
Waka waka.
One of the greatest World Cup songs of all time. We were privileged to be part of it back in 2010. We're privileged to be here with you for the RNA Africa Amateur.
These players just stalking their putts, giving themselves focus right to the end. This is always a great 18th green, hey OG, to finish your round of golf. You've got the putting green to the left, the clubhouse.
It's such a fantastic finishing hole. And if you come down the stretch of a major championship like this, it's always great. There's an opportunity for an eagle chance to win, opportunity to make birdie to win a tournament. I think we saw it at the Alfred Daniel Championship. Jaden Shaper making eagle in the playoff to win. And these guys get to live out a similar experience. See if John Legerma can close with a birdie here. So certainly a hole that offers so many opportunities.
I think he's going to be sitting at lunch thinking about his round, mulling over where he could have saved shots. It's one of those games you can always retrospectively analyze and go, oh, I could have done that better and that better. It's very seldom you'll have a round of golf, maybe Jack Buchanan, who could say, no, I did everything exactly the way I could have.
And if he knocks this in, might feel there's something to chase tomorrow. Good putt, looking good, get in. Oh, it's half a revolution, and there would have been an eagle to close his second round for Daniel Bennett. Tap-in birdie's never a bad one, though. One over 73 today. Rather frustrating round for the youngster.
Michael Karanga, the 31-year-old, for a birdie. Yes, he does it. This is his second appearance in the Africa Amateur Championship. He's also competed in the Amateur Championship in Ireland, as well as the DP World Kenya Magical Open. Solid pop out there by Legerma.
Solid stuff from John Legerma. He's a level par for the Africa Amateur Championship, heading into the third round of 72 holes. The light is certainly shining bright on African golf. Tomorrow's stars here at Royal Johannesburg. So many representatives. The flags are flying high proudly here in the southern tip of Africa. The likes of Nigeria, Namibia, Tunisia, Mauritius, Sierra Leone. They're all in pursuit of greatness. Higher honors in the global game. It's the RNA Africa Amateur Championship. Two events being played simultaneously. Tomorrow, the RNA Africa Amateur Women's Invitational concludes. Lisa Kutzer is in pursuit of massive accolades and exemptions. Final qualifying on the line to the AIG Women's Open, an entrance to the Amateur Championship. She's carded 2 rounds of 72. Leopi Chokwa amongst the field representing Botswana. Belinda Wanjiru's here representing Kenya. We've got Julian Afi Mezoro from Ghana. Madina Hussein from Tanzania.
And again, this is what they are playing for, the Africa Amateur Women's Invitational. The winner will get herself exemption into the AIG Women's Open Final qualifying this year, the Women's Amateur Championship, as well as on the co-sanctioned Sunshine Ladies Tour and Ladies European Tour, Ladies Joburg Open, the Investec South African Women's Open, and then to return back here to Royal for the Waterfall City Tournament of Champions, powered by Attack.
While the men taking part in the Africa Amateur Championship here at Royal Joburg also have plenty to play for. Jack Buchanan currently in the pound seat, 7 under 65 he posted today. Charles Barnard, Ivan Fester giving chase, both at 6 under.
Well, who can topple Jack? Buchanan leads at 11 under par, and at the stage leading by 5.
We saw Daniel Bennett fighting his way, closing with the birdie to Carter, 1 over 73. Tough day out for Aston Arthur.
Quite a few players forming part of the afternoon wave at Royal JHB. Even Forster, the first round leader's out there. He's only gone through 5 holes. He is 6 under par, currently in a chef second with Charles Barnard. The likes of Joseph Regan Akina, Kingsley Afool, they're all here this week. Adriana Andra from Seychelles, Edwin Katura from Namibia, Yassine Ben Sharif.
So exciting, as I said, to see all the multitude of nationalities that have gathered in South Africa this week, and to see golf growing on the African continent. And long may it continue. Long may the RNA's work on the continent continue as well.
From south to east to west to north, the continent has come together in pursuit of these exemptions. Entrance to the 154th Open at Royal Birkdale this year to try and beat Scotty Scheffler, the likes of Rory McIlroy, maybe even Louis Oosthuizen. The Amateur Championship, the Investec SA Open, the Waterfall City Tournament of Champions, and the Alfred Daniel Championship. So what's at stake this week? It's Africa's time. It's the RNA Africa Amateur Championship on sparkling Royal Johannesburg. We'll head into the 3rd round tomorrow, broadcast worldwide, and we'll see you then. Enthralling coverage live.